Why, hello everyone. Marshall Dion is back, and we're going to be looking at another creepypasta. Yep, and I believe this will be the last Lost Episode CreepyPasta I'm probably going to do for the year. This one called Suicidemouse.avi. Want to know what it is? Well, let's just sit back and enjoy this story. So, do you remember any of those Mickey Mouse cartoons from the 1930s? The ones that were just put on DVD a few years ago? Well, I heard that there is one that was unreleased to even the most avid classic Disney fans. According to sources, it's nothing special. It's just a continuous loop, like the Flintstones, of Mickey walking past 6 buildings that go on for 2 or 3 minutes before fading out. Unlike the cutesy tunes put in though, the song on this cartoon was not a song at all, just a constant banging on a piano for a minute and a half before going to white noise for the remainder of the film. It wasn't the jolly old Mickey we've all come to love either. Mickey was dancing, not even smiling, just kind of walking as if you or I were walking, with a normal facial expression. But for some reason, his head tilted to side as he kept his dismal look. Up until a year ago, everyone believed that after it cut to black, that was it. When Leonard Maltin was reviewing the cartoon to be put in the complete series, he decided it was too junk to be on the DVD, but wanted to have a digital copy due to the fact that it was a creation of Walt. When he had a digitized version up on his computer to look at the file, he noticed something. The cartoon was actually 9 minutes and 4 seconds long. This is what my source emailed to me in full. He is a personal assistant of one of the higher executives of Disney and an acquaintance of Mr. Moulton himself. After it cut to black, it stayed like that until the 6th minute before going back into Mickey walking. The sound was different this time. It was a murmur. It wasn't a language, but more like a gurgled cry. As the noise got more indistinguishable, loud over the next minute, the picture began to get weird. The sidewalk started to go in directions that seemed impossible based on the physics of Mickey's walking, and the dismal face of the mouse slowly curling into a smirk. On the 7th minute, the murmur turned into a blood-curdling scream. The kind of scream painful to hear. And the picture was getting more obscure. Colors were happening that shouldn't have been at the time. Mickey's face began to fall apart. His eyes rolled to the bottom of his chin, like 2 marbles in a fishbowl, and his curled smile was pointing upward on the left side of his face. The buildings became rubble floating in midair, and the sidewalk was impossibly navigating in warped directions, a few seemingly inconvenienceable with what we as humans know about direction. Mr. Moulton got disturbed and left the room, sending an employee to finish the video and take notes of everything happening up until the last second, and after immediately stored the disc of the cartoon into the vault. This distorted screaming lasted until 8 minutes and a few seconds in. Then it abruptly cuts to Mickey Mouse's face at the credits at the end of every video, with what sounded like a broken music box playing in the background. This happened for about 30 seconds, and whatever was in the remaining 30 seconds, I haven't been able to get a sliver of information about it. From a security guard working under me who was making rounds outside that room. I was told that after the last frame, the employee stumbled out of the room with pale skin, saying, "Real frightening, real suffering is not known." 7 times before speedily taking the guard's pistol and offing himself on the spot and shooting himself on the spot. The thing I could get out of Leonard Maltin was the last frame was a piece of Russian text that roughly said, "The lights of hell brings its viewers back in." As far as I know, no one else has seen it, but there had been dozens of attempts to getting that file on rapid share by employees inside the studios, all of whom have been promptly terminated of their jobs. Whether it got online or not, it is up for debate, but if rumors serve me right, it's online somewhere under Suicidemouse.avi. If you ever find a copy of the film, I want you to never view it, and to contact me by phone immediately, regardless of the time. When a Disney death is covered up as well as this, it means this has to be something huge. Get back to me, TR. I've yet to find a copy of this, but it's out there. I know it. Well, that's another creepypasta biting the dust. And I really have to say this one was actually pretty interesting. I mean, I've looked up other creepypastas like that happen to be related to Disney death cover-ups, such as Abandoned by Disney, as well as Room Zero, but I haven't got those creepypastas onto a Word document, so I'm probably not going to read those. But this was actually the root of Disney-related creepypastas, particularly mostly related to Mickey Mouse, the iconic character of the Disney Corporation itself. But anyways, this was just, the blood-curdling scream can actually, after it comes back after the 6th minute, And apparently this video actually led to people to commit suicide, because it probably might have given them nightmares and stuff. You can probably go check out this story at the Creepypasta Wiki. Heck, you might try to go see if you could look this up on YouTube. You could probably try to find Suicidemouse.avi. And if you want to go ahead and do that, fine. Just don't blame me if you get like nightmares or something. But anyways, this is Marshall Dion signing off for right now, and I'll be back with more creepypastas. I'm out.